So it's been a while since I've done a news episode, so there's gonna be a lot of stuff in this one. We have a few more James O'Keefe videos, and if you haven't seen those, which I'm sure if you follow this news channel then you have seen them at this point, but I'll include links in the description so you can go and check those out because I'll be talking about those. And there is actually some pretty big revelations in those videos. We also have some more good stuff from WikiLeaks with the Podesta emails that reveal a lot of what's going on. And we also have this really weird FBI scandal that involves some money that's being passed around. We also have a story about the 33,000 emails that everyone's been talking about. We don't know who actually has them, but there's been some clues going around to maybe show who might have them. So the first story is the new James O'Keefe video that was released, I think, yesterday. Anyways, it's a video showing that Robert Kramer, the guy that was in the videos before for election fraud, is actually really involved with the Clinton campaign. And the big thing about this is, well, if you haven't seen the video, I really recommend going and checking that out because it'll give a lot of context to what I'm talking about now. Anyways, for those of you that don't know, coordinating with a super PAC, well, coordination between a campaign and a super PAC is just really illegal. Especially when money's involved, because the main thing about super PACs are that they get money and do things for candidates, but they don't talk to the candidates, because there's actually laws out there saying you can only give so much to a candidate, because if you gave all this money to a candidate, like, only the richest would win, and that's still kind of true, but that law is in place to kind of mitigate that, I guess. So the big thing is it's just really illegal for campaigns to be talking with super PACs, or especially when it comes to money. And so the thing is, Hillary says she wanted ducks at Trump's events to, I don't even know, it's honestly one of the dumbest things I've heard, but apparently to get him to release his tax returns or something. But the big thing about it is the orders came from her, like the guys in the video saying that Hillary Clinton wanted ducks at the event, so they're gonna put ducks at the event. They also revealed that they have phone calls with the DNC, and it's just a whole mess of illegal activities going on. So if you guys want to check that out, link's in the description. It'll be like the first link. But again, the two big takeaways is it reveals a lot of illegal activity. Now, the next story is about the new emails from WikiLeaks, and honestly, I have to say WikiLeaks probably doesn't go through the emails that they're releasing because I think they would know a lot more. Sometimes they have to double check, but I guess they kind of skim through them. Anyways, there's this big thing showing that Cheryl Mills and John Podesta, two of perhaps the most influential Clinton campaign leaders, Clinton campaign staff, can be seen here talking on an email about how the president knew Hillary Clinton was using a private email server because they say right here, we need to clean this up. He has emails from her. They do not say state.gov. So the big thing about this is Obama said that he only learned about Hillary's illegal server when everyone else did, when the media came out with it. But the thing is, he was receiving emails from her illegal server, so he had to have known, and he's basically a liar. But I mean, lying politicians isn't anything new. But I mean, just that phrase, we have to clean this up, he has emails from her, it's just so dirty and corrupt, and people should be a lot more pissed off at this than they are right now. It just shows collusion from the top down almost. So that actually ties into this thing I'm calling the Virginia FBI guy scandal, because I really don't know what else to call it. Anyways, on the day that email was sent, a bunch of super PACs that are really connected to Hillary Clinton gave $500,000 to Jill McCabe, and I don't know if I'm saying that right, but she is actually the wife of the deputy director of the FBI, but he wasn't actually the deputy director yet, but he was still pretty high up. So yeah, anyways, on that day, they gave them a ton of money. I mean, this is for the Virginia State Senate. It's not the actual Senate. It's a lot lower. And $500,000 is actually a lot for just one lump sum. She also got another $500,000 from other various Clinton connected companies or people, but we're just gonna focus on the $500K from the already known Clinton campaign. And I'll put the links in the description for all of this stuff to back it up, the sources. But yeah, so $500,000 to run for Senate, and she's the wife of a very influential FBI person. Later, that money was actually spent on consulting, and all of the $500,000 from that PAC went into consulting, and the consulting company was actually really close to Clinton too. And again, I'll put all this stuff in the description for you guys because it's a lot easier to read through it. I'm just kind of giving you the basics to show you that $500,000 just kind of appeared out of nowhere at a very coincidental time, and it went to some very well-connected people. So I would definitely recommend looking into this for yourselves. For the next story, it looks like there's already a bunch of widespread election fraud, and it comes from Texas, where it appears that a bunch of software glitches are happening that are, of course, turning Trump votes into Clinton ones. And this is actually really big because there's just hundreds of these reported cases. Really funny when people say, oh, the election isn't rigged, but this really happens almost every year. How can you mess up, oh, you click this button to vote for this person, this button for that person? And how convenient that the glitch turns one vote into a different vote. And not to bring myself into this, but I've messed around in computer programming of various languages, and this just isn't a thing. I mean, this glitch just can't happen. It's just way too convenient, but good on Texas for switching the paper after this glitch, but I'm just kind of concerned that other states won't do this. Even if they get tons of evidence of these machines just glitching out, the bottom line is I really don't trust electronic voting machines because they're so susceptible to malfunctions, air quotes malfunctions, even just hacking and tampering. It's just a mess overall. Anyways, the next story actually ties back to Podesta, but they didn't really come from the emails. This is just another shady connection. Apparently, John Podesta's brother is actually on the Saudi Arabian payroll from the government. And this is honestly just the weirdest election cycle because I'm actually linking to the Huffington Post, which is one of the craziest blog websites out there. But I want to say good on them for actually covering this story because it just shows that all these people are connected. One of the countries that helps fund ISIS is paying Clinton herself and all the people around her. So you just have to ask, how is this not like a conflict of interest? To tell you the answer, it is, but I guess people just don't care that much. Anyways, you can check that out in the description. Again, it's just such a big mess and network. Like, all these powerful elite people, if you want to call them, they're just all connected. Whether it's by friends, whether it's by family, it's just, they're all connected. They got each other's backs. So the last story is, who has Hillary Clinton's 33,000 deleted emails? And the answer to that is nobody really knows. But we might have a guess because Kim Dotcom, for those who don't know, he was the owner of Mega Upload, which was taken down by the US